You mentioned Russo. To me, Vince Russo is such an interesting guy because WCW was killing WWF. I mean, they almost put him out of business. 83 weeks of dominance, which is actually way more than 83 weeks if you really look at the numbers and stuff. I mean, they're killing them. They put Russo in. He's got a different mindset. He's got a different writing style. Obviously, Steve Austin, The Rock, obviously played a huge part in that as well. But I mean, it's his like style, the Attitude Era. It's interesting that you and him like kind of maybe I don't know, yin and yang, if you will. You call him Uncle Vince. You guys get along, but do you have the same philosophy? It seemed like it'd be different philosophy.
I think our philosophies are very similar based on the fact we're very into character development and creating reasons for why, like the context behind things, why this is happening. One thing we definitely both agree on is if this were real, if we get like lost in a block, same thing with a match. If something doesn't go according to plan, what would happen if this were real? So that was one of his tricks for writing. If he got lost or got stuck, he'd just think, well, if this were real, what would happen? And it would kind of guide him. So he gets a bad rep because of Crash TV and TNA and like, crazy 90s, attitude era shit. But at the end of the day, his concepts were correct because he weaves stories and things happen for a reason to get to something else more often than not. And another thing I think he was great at, like we don't look at it today because, like it's a 5-minute brawl match, with a stupid finish. Like he's not caring about the finish. What he was great at though is everybody on the show had a point and a purpose and a meaning, from the low card to the mid card to the, top of the chain. So I thought, yeah, we're very like-minded like that.
It is interesting, like just like like the dirt sheet guys, and like they have this certain opinion of him. But if
They
you ask,
hate him.
yeah, they do. But if you ask Steve Austin, The Rock, and McFoley, three top guys ever, they love him.
Ask the people that have worked with the people. Do not ask the people that are reporting other people's, opinions as fact. So that was a thing too. Before I even met him, I'm like, I grew up on the advent of the internet, becoming like, Russo stinks. I met the guy, and A, he's one of the nicest men I've ever met. B, just conversations with him, I'm like, this guy, he gets it. He gets it because he doesn't live it constantly. He can see outside the bubble. And I think one problem with the current wrestling is everybody's kind of in the wrestling bubble where the Attitude's era success kind of went outside of it. Some was bad. It's not apologetic for some of the dumbass shit he did.
Right.
But at least going out there and trying to bring more people in, that's how you cultivate and craft new fans.
To me, obviously not perfect, but like if you were grading him, WCW wasn't that good. Obviously, TNA was okay, but WWF, his WWF stuff, I mean, you got to give him an A. I mean, his WWF stuff is Steve Austin and McMahon and Undertaker and Kane. I mean, it was great.
Guess what? He was a secret consultant in TNA when EC3 was coming up, and I didn't know that. We had no idea, but I guess he saw something in me. So